You speaking to me today. I'm glad. I had to restart it. I don't know what's up with TikTok. I had to restart it. They was keeping me capped at a certain amount of views. Been trying to figure out how all week. That's what I'm doing. See? Figuring out how it's gonna keep you stuck. Trying to figure out how you're gonna get to your goals is what's gonna keep you stuck. I promise you. I promise you. That's why in order to get to your goals, you have to first ask yourself, what would I feel like had I already have everything that I want? You said, what advice would you give to truly let go and let God? Recognizing that God is within you. So what that means is let go and let your natural self create it. We get in God's way by getting in our own way. We get in God's way by getting in our own way. If TikTok don't show me some love, I'm going to come back on later today. I'm going to get on later today, but I got a vlog I'm going to drop. Because I don't know, maybe people are not on. And my thing is I got to get in front of everybody. I got to get in front of as many people as possible. Today, Friday too. It usually be like that. Love that joy you just dropped. Seja minha paz, eu quero ver você falar meu nome. What's good, everybody? What's up? Yeah, y'all come in here. TikTok trying to play with me. TikTok trying to play with me. Y'all get in here. Where my people at? TikTok trying to play with me. Where my people at? I know my people online. Need everybody to get up in here. Everybody get up. What's up, Gina? How y'all doing today? I just had to restart the live. Y'all, listen, man. Today's message. You sound exactly like your music. You don't use auto-tune? I do use auto-tune. So, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing today, man? How y'all doing today? Finally, I see my people. Damn, I had to restart my live for TikTok to get in order. What's up? What's good, everybody? How y'all feeling today? I'm glad I get to see y'all. All right, let's start this live over. Let me go ahead and record now. All right. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the replay, wherever it is that you're listening to this. If you're listening to this on Spotify, whatever the case may be. I wanted to talk to y'all today because I've recognized that I've transformed, and I want to tell you everything that I did to get me here. I feel like I have what you need to get to where you need to get to, or if you have been looking for some type of answer or sign, you might find it right here, okay? Now, the one thing that I want to tell you is that how many of y'all are sick and tired of the life that you live and you're ready to create a new life? You're ready to live a new life. You're ready to become the best version of you, the next version of you. How many of y'all feel like that? You're like, I am ready to become the next version of me. ASAPery. Like right now, nigga. Like right now. Right now. Right now. Everybody drop some comments right now. You ready to change right now? My question is, are you willing to do what it takes to become that version of you? That's the next question. Are you willing to do what it takes to become the next version of you? Sort of. Sort of? What do you mean, sort of? Then you're sort of going to become that person. That's the thing. If you're not ready to commit to that version of you, it's like, I want you to think about it like I'm settling down. I'm settling down with the person that I love. When you say, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to become this version of you, it's you settling down with the highest version of you. And settling down means that you can no longer entertain other versions of you that aren't in alignment with your highest self. Just like when you're in a relationship, you cannot entertain other people besides the person that you chose to be in a relationship with. Now, I need you to stick with me. I need you to listen to me very well when I talk to you today. Because I am 25 years old. I made my first six figures at 21 years old, moved out my mom's house at 22 years old, have two businesses that are worth well over six figures, amassed over 700 to 800, maybe even 1 million people and followers that support me to this day. So I think I know a little bit, at least a little bit, about transformation and change, because when I dropped out of college, I was a depressed little girl. I had just lost my father. I had just tried to quit on life. And all I wanted to do was create music and to inspire people. And let me tell you what I had to do to become that person. Number one, I had to stop entertaining negative thoughts. As simple as it may sound. And yes, I probably keep repeating the same things, but if it's the truth, why wouldn't I keep repeating it? I had to stop entertaining people and things and videos and music and anything that was feeding my mind negativity, anything that was feeding my mind things that weren't incongruent with who I wanted to become. That means if I think that I'm wealthy, I can no longer think thoughts of lack. If I think that I'm wealthy, that means that I cannot think thoughts of lack. Because the moment that you say that you're wealthy, but then you think thoughts of lack, you have created some type of cognitive dissonance. And your brain doesn't know, are we this? Are we that? Wait, your brain is like, wait, we're wealthy, but we lack over here? I'm confused. So that's why when you choose a new version of you to embody, you have to commit to it. You have to stay in that mentality no matter what your senses are trying to tell you. Your senses will try to get you to stress out. Your eyes, your ears, your mouth. You will hear things that will try to trigger you. And this is where discipline comes into action. You have to be disciplined enough to not react. You have to be disciplined enough to not think those thoughts. Or when you do think those thoughts, be able to pull yourself back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Another thing that I've recognized is that we have to practice this new version of us. Thank you for the rose, Felly. We have to practice this new version of us. How do I practice this new version of me? If you don't know what wealthy people act like or sound like or talk like, or go watch and study and then embody. Act like you are an actor studying for your next role, and your next role is the highest version of you. Create a character map. What will your personality be? How are you happy all the time? I mean, hell, if I'm making $1 million, over $1 million a month, hell yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy as hell. I'm excited. I'm lifting everybody's spirits up. And embody that. And you'll notice that you are the leader in your life. That means that life is coming from you. We are looking at how you carry yourself, and we are following through based off of your energy. Your energy is the leader. Your energy is number one. You set the tone. And if you set the tone, the world will follow that tone. But the problem is that you set the tone for a day. And then for the rest of your life, you act in negativity. You act in coherence with your old self. my mentorship group, we start our first call today, right? My mentorship group, we start our first call today. It's a small group, and the first thing that I'm going to talk to them about today, we are going to directly outline, who the fuck do you want to be? Who's this new character that you're jumping into? Who are you going to be? Who? And we're going to write down how we want to be perceived. And the reason why we're going to write down how we want to be perceived is because before you can have anything in this world, you have to first work on your self-image. I don't know why I'm feeling passion. I'm feeling connected. I'm feeling like, yeah. Is it free to join? No, it's not. My group session, $280. $280. Our first call today is going to be at around 4:00 today. But back to what I was saying, the first thing we're going to figure out is who you want to become. Because think about it like traveling. If you don't have a GPS, if you don't know where you're going, you're moving nowhere very fast. So that's the first thing I had to realize. I had to realize, okay, cool. I need to figure out, where the fuck am I going? Who do I want to be? And I'm like, you know what? The version of me that I want to be confident. I want to walk in the room and I want people to feel my energy. You don't have to see me, notice me, but you feel me and you're wondering where, almost like a good perfume. Where's that energy? Where's that aroma coming from? Boy, that energy feel good. Why when I walk in the door, I feel good? Man, when that person walked in, I just felt their energy. Now it's all eyes on you. And you'll be surprised. People can intuitively feel high vibrational energy. And that's why I say big D energy is high vibrational energy. Because anybody that got good energy, I want to be around them. I don't want to be around people who's constantly complaining. So what that means that you have to stop complaining about things that's in your life, because the more you complain about it, the more you create it. The more you complain about it, the more you create it. The more you complain about it, I need you to download this in your brain, because this live right here is going to be everything that you need to hear in order for you to change. And at that point, yeah, you can hear all this motivation, all this information, but it's about you acting on the information that you have. You see, I know I've changed. I know I'm a multimillionaire in spirit, in the flesh. I know I am at the age of 25 years old. I'm the breadwinner of my family. All because I understood that, number one, I had to learn scientifically what creates success. And scientifically, what creates success is a mind and heart coherence. Let's get into science. It's a mind and heart coherence. Your mind and heart has to get into alignment. A lot of y'all are not happy because you made decisions with your mind and you didn't consult your heart. Like what logically made sense was to get this job that pays me the most money, but your heart wasn't with it. But you neglected your heart. And you said, I got to do what I think is best. Because you've been convinced that this world is just a logical world, that it's just a practical world. And that's where they trick you at in this matrix. They make you think that you have to be They make you think that you have to be overly capitalistic. They made you think that you have to focus on money when money is the least thing that you should be focused on. Because guess what? Money follows people who are focused on purpose, who is focused on passion. Money follows a type of personality, and you're over here chasing it when it's looking for who it should chase. Because money wants to reside with people who are on purpose, who are creating change, who are abundant energetically. You're chasing money, but you think in lack. Let me tell you one way that money gets very turned off. And I want y'all to know, I'm a highly educated person. Let me show you how much I've studied this. You see this book right here? You see this book right here, right? Think and Grow Rich? Let me show you something. That's how much I've studied this. My book is falling apart. It's highlighted to the gods. is highlighted to the gods, thoughts are things. And let me tell you something. For over 2 years, I was being trained by Les Brown, Myron Golden, Nehemiah Davis. I learned from a lot of Grant Cardone. I learned from a lot of successful people by watching them in the flesh. And one thing I want to tell you is people who are successful work with urgency. Yet you move like you have all the time in the world, with no respect for the things that you're supposed to achieve. You have not one thing that you truly want to accomplish in your life yet you move like you have all the time in the world to accomplish it. You don't have the money that you want in your life. You don't have none of the things that you want in your life, yet you move with no urgency. Yet you move with no hustle. And I watch people who have more than lots of people move as if they have nothing. And the reason why is because of gratitude. They understand at any moment this could leave. Whoever sent that diamond, thank you for the gift. So what I realized was that this game, the Matrix, is a mental game. And the only way you're going to beat this matrix is by getting yourself mentally strong. You have to hit the mental gym. You see, when people hit the physical gym, they're hitting the physical gym for their mental. A lot of people, when I wake up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, it's not, somebody said, nah, it's God's will. It's God's will that will give you everything. And this is what's wrong with people. And I'm going to speak in such like strong language. This is what the fuck is wrong with people. Y'all are too busy thinking that everything is outside of you. At what point are you going to realize that God's will is inside of you? At what point are you going to realize that you are a complete reflection? At what point do you recognize that you created your child to be able to have the opportunity that you have, which is to live a life? So God created you to have an opportunity to also be a creator. God is within me. I cannot fail. Why do you think you're able to think and create things? Because that's how we were created, in the form of thought. Look at the painting by Michelangelo. Look at the painting by Michelangelo. Let me show you. This is the problem. This is the problem. Y'all read all these scriptures and y'all read all of these things, and you're not understanding it completely because y'all are so used to giving your power away to things. You don't think that you're able to create it by yourself. And this is not to say that God doesn't have a part in it. But what I'm trying to get you to show is, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that God has been trying to make you aware. This is the brain right here. God has been trying to make you aware of the power that you have, but we are so lazy. Look at he's bending while God is like, hello, and he's bending. So I need you to understand that the only way you're going to tap into your highest self is for you to get the fuck up and recognize God within you. When you meditate, that is you tapping into God. That is you listening to your higher self. That is you in your creative mode. If you watch The Matrix, then you know our brain is what God equipped us with to be able to create. Come on, man. And just like your brain can create, your brain can destroy. Your brain is the computer to all of this. Your brain is the projector. That's why you project things onto people, because your brain is the projector. It can project imagery. You can hallucinate and see something that's not even quote unquote there, but it's real though, right? To you. It's real to you. You feel me? And people think that prayer is just closing my hands and God, can you, Michelangelo, closing my hands and being like, God, can you give me this? Can you give me that? And God is like, I gave you the power to give yourself that. That's what I mean when I say I am within you. I am. Listen, I'm not even Christian, but even I understood the scripture. I am my Father. I am consciousness, imagination. When we say I am, we're talking about this pineal gland. We're talking about this pine cone. You see that? That pine cone. When you say I am, you're talking directly to the programming within your mind, and you become whatever you say I am. And if you look at the word magic, when you look at the word imagination, because imagination is truly how you access your ability to create on this world. Why do you think kids are the closest to God? Why do you think kids are the closest to purity? And kids are the ones with the biggest imagination. Kids know who they are. It's us adults that program them to be in alignment with this physical society that has suppressed our creativity. Thank you. It's NYK for the gift. You have completely dulled your powers. And let me give you an example. Some of y'all can't even close your eyes. Thank you, Nana, for the gift. Some of y'all can't even close your eyes and visualize something without your mind going somewhere else. That is called a virus. The fact that you can't even keep your focus. The fact that you can't even keep your focus onto one thing is the reason why you're not successful. Let me tell you something. That is one of the reasons why you're not successful. In African spirituality, I want you to understand, in African spirituality, the God on your head is called Ori. And I'm breaking this down because a lot of times, if you just studied all of the religions, you would understand the common denominator within the truth. You believe one religion and you don't study all of them. What makes you think that this one religion is just all of the truth? You have to go and study and learn. Why do you think they don't want you to know things? Why do they try to get you to stay stuck on one religion? Oh, God, my God is a jealous God. That's interesting because envy is one of the 7 sins. So how is my God a jealous God? No, that's what they tell you to control you. That's what they tell you to control you. What they do is they try to demonize anything that stops them from having control over you. So they demonize magic because they know you are a magical being. They demonize your ability to meditate. They say meditation is demonic. Yoga is demonic. Even though meditation and yoga is a way for you to connect your body, your mind, your spirit, and your heart with the divine. With the divine. I don't know why that made me emotional when I said this. They don't want you to do the inner work. They want you to do their work. They want you to build up their businesses. So before you demonize other people's religions, study and learn, because you may not realize how that religion has a connection with your religion, and you may not realize that your religion learned from that religion. So let's get back into it. In African spirituality, because I study all of the religions, in African spirituality, your head is a god. Your head is a deity. And before you can ever connect to any of the other deities or the other gods, you have to first connect with the God that is right there with you, your head, your Ori. Now think about it. If your head is not in alignment, you cannot even receive the blessings that God wants to give you, because your head is the midpoint between the other realms and you on this physical realm. Thank you, Sanjay, for the gift. Jan J for the gift. Thank you, Anita, for the gift. I'm here to speak facts. I'm here to do what God brought me here to do. And ever since I've moved from, a lot of us, we've been taught that all we're here to do is make money. All we're here to do is make money. All we're here to do is fill up our bank account. First of all, the bank account is a business. So of course they want you to just fill up that bank account, because the more you fill up that bank account, the more you keep their business going. So understand that the things that they've motivated you to put as your focus have been single-handedly to benefit them. Why is it that most people don't even hear about meditation until they turn like fucking 18, 20, up until that point when meditation is one of the most core things in your life in order to get peace and happiness and create the things that you want. I believe if there is a school that has a theater program or has an art class, meditation needs to be mandatory. Because meditation is really creativity. Thank you, Lady Rod. Thank you, Nada Melissa. So let me tell you what you have to learn. You have to learn how to win your focus back because your mind has been getting attacked since the very day that you became a being, you woke up. Let me explain to you what I mean by this. When I say your brain has been getting attacked, they have put social media in place. And yes, I am using the very weapon because I'm using it to my benefit. Because when you understand the things that they use to destroy you, you start to learn where your power is in it. Okay, thank you for the gift, Chocolate God. Thank you for the gift, Nachelle. Thank you for the gift, Melissa. So them kids, stop putting them kids in front of iPads because what you're doing is you're causing the kid to no longer know themselves because of how much stimuli and influence they have. You're not supposed to know what fucking a million people are thinking all the time. Because every time that you hear somebody else's thoughts, you start to compare to your own thoughts. You start to compare to your own self. But you have to recognize is that person is in a different environment. That person is in a different mind state. That person is in a different perspective. That person is in their own world. And what you have to understand is that people can create rules for their own world, right? And what I mean by that is, if somebody believes that it is all about belief, if somebody believes that if they spend money in the morning, it means that they're not going to get no more money for the rest of the day, and that's their belief, that becomes the truth in their reality. Now, they go on the internet and they start telling people, don't spend money in the morning. Don't spend money in the morning. Now what they're doing is they're taking that belief and pushing it out into the world. And you don't even understand that your life, your world is very impressionable. So you can design your life however you want it. So if you accept their belief will become facts in your life. Whatever you accept within your ori, within your mind, within this God, within this system, like a virus, it will download it. Your computer will download whatever you tell it to download. Your computer, it can give you a warning, hey, this might be suspicious. But at the end of the day, it's your choice if you are going to download it within your system. It's your choice if when your computer sends you a warning and its gut is telling you, hey, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know. This don't look familiar. It's your choice. And you got to understand, it's going to say that about positive things too. Thank you, Nachelle. When you introduce to your mind new ways of thinking, your computer system is going to say, hey, I'm not used to this. Are we approving this? Are we declining this? I'm just letting you know this is not familiar. And it's your choice if you know whether it's positive for you or not. You see, I made the most money in my life. Like when I tell you by February, I was already at like $30,000 for the year. At February, I had already amassed over $30,000 for the year. Right? And the reason why I was able to do that was because I thought I can. I thought I could. I didn't put limiting beliefs on myself. A lot of us, we put limiting beliefs on ourselves for what could be done. But I urge you to actually ask yourself, what if? You see, I've listened to so many successful people and we say, what made you do it? It was such a hard task. What made you go through that what if? What if I can do it? What would I be able to say about myself if I do it? What if? You see, a lot of y'all got the what ifs for the negative, but you don't ever what if about that positive. What if I could do that 30 miles? What if I could lift this 100 pounds? What if I could make 6 figures in a year? What if I could lock in? And a lot of times, the only reason why you have failure is because you entertain the idea of it. You see, faith and fear both require you to believe in something that's not there. Me screaming to the top of my lungs, LOL, I have $1 million. But baby, that's not what gets you $1 million. It's not the screaming. And that's what everybody is doing nowadays, screaming things at themselves. Screaming things at yourself is not what's going to make you a success. That's what the new age life coaching is doing. Because guess what? You can scream it to yourself all day, but if that internal heart, if that internal system has been programmed with such negative belief, it don't believe not a damn thing you say. If every time you tell yourself, I'm going to do this, and you don't do it, yourself don't believe yourself. And this is why I say it's a process. Making your first $1 million, making your first 6 figures is about becoming someone new. And that's why it's the hardest. That's why it's the hardest. The first 6 figures, the first 100K. But after you make that first 100K, all you have to do is keep developing as a person, keep building those systems, and you will continue to be a success. So how do I build the system, Ori? First of all, you have to rework your whole day. And I want y'all to know I do have a class on this, but I'm going to talk about it at the end. Because I want to make sure that before you even entertain any ideas of something else outside of this live, I want you to focus on what I'm talking about. You have to rework your whole day. What that means is that you have to ask yourself, what do I want to become? Who do I want to be? Everybody comment that down below. Who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? Comment that below. Who do I want to be? Because think about it. When you was a kid, what did everybody ask you? What do you want to be when you grow up? So now we're doing the same thing, but now we're doing it from an older perspective. Because now we're actually able to control the internal stimuli that we receive and the external stimuli. And from this point on, you are going to go on a mental diet. From this point on, you are going to go on a mental diet. What that means is that you are going to become aware of what you listen to. You're going to become aware of who you talk to. You're going to become aware of the videos that you listen to. You're going to become aware of the music that you listen to, the movies that you watch. Because you are basically an addict to negative things. And you have to break the addiction of being yourself in order to become your new self. Thank you, Coco, for the rose. Thank y'all so much for the gifts. You feel me? So you're going to have to break the habit of being your old self. At 3:00 p.m., you always catch an attitude. It's ingrained within your system, your body. Your body remembers this shit. So at 3:00 p.m., you always get irritated. Why? Because that's the time of the day where you know you're about to get off. Maybe you're in traffic at 3:00. Thank you, Mary, for the gift. Right? So now you're upset. So what you have to do is, at 3:00, when that stimuli comes up, you have to control it and tame this beast, because this flesh is an animal. It's a beast. Y'all run up the likes on this live, y'all. Thank you, Cavelli, for the rose. You have to tame this beast that is inside of you. Somebody said, how? Through mindfulness, through awareness. That's why Neville Goddard has a book called The Power of Awareness. You see, you thought awareness was just some how to be Zen type shit. No. Awareness is your superpower. If you are not aware, that means that people can steal things from you. People can plant ideas within your mind. People can do things to you without you being aware of it. That's why awareness is the key. So let's get into it. How do I become aware? You have to instill a practice of mindfulness and meditation. That's why every millionaire you talk to, Tony Robbins, all the people who have such positive mindsets, they meditate early in the morning. Guys, at 22 years old, I followed around multiple multi-millionaires. And I was already making 6 figures already. I had followed around multi-millionaires in their day-to-day life from morning to night for about 2 years, a year to 2 years. And the one thing that I learned was that meditation and workout is a non-negotiable. Because meditation is what builds up your mind. It's what teaches you how to tolerate stress in those high working environments. Because guess what? If you're a multimillionaire, you have lots of employees. If you're a famous music artist, you're traveling all the time. You have to manage people. You want to be a boss? You need to learn how to manage people. You need to learn how to manage stress. You need to learn how to manage yourself. And if you don't know how to manage yourself and be aware of yourself, you cannot manage a business. That's why the first 100K is all about you. How would you get yourself to get up if you're so depressed and literally feel intensely heavy? What I want you to understand is that if you don't have the desire to get up, that's because you are unhealthy. That means that something you are intaking within your food, is hurting you. Something that you're consuming within your life is sucking your energy. Everything is about energy. And you have to realize that at some point, you have to make a conscious decision to want better. Yeah, you may be depressed. Do you want to stay depressed? Well, if there's a option to get out of that depression, but you don't do it, then that means that you chose the depression and you're probably addicted to the guilt that you feel. You know, some people could be addicted to depression. Thank you, Nishelli, for the gift. You may not know it, but you can be addicted to the feeling of it. I'm telling you. You may not even be aware that you're addicted to it. I remember I was watching this video and Joe Dispenza said, the guy said, why do I keep eating sugar at night even though I feel like shit afterwards? He says, you may not be addicted to the sugar. You may be addicted to the guilt that you feel after you eat the sugar and not even be aware of it. This is why I tell y'all, you don't understand that this body of yours is a system that you have to learn how to work and control. But once you learn the routine that helps you control this body, you're in for a transition. You're in for a awakening. But the problem is that when y'all start to win, you get comfortable and you stop doing the things that got you the W. And here's another thing too. If you won a championship, and that championship is I learned myself. I figured out how I work. I figured out what makes me lazy. I figured out what makes me tick. When it's time for you to come back around next year, you have to come back better than you was last year. You can't keep thinking that, oh, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. You have to take what you've been doing and elevate it. Because the point of this life is for you to evolve. It's to evolve. So the first thing that I started to do when I found myself in a slump and I felt like I was going down and I was decreasing in success was I started waking up early again. Because what I need to do is I need to provide myself with as much evidence as possible that I am the version of me that is successful. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to convince your mind. Your mind can be very stubborn and it can also be easily influenced at the same time. But it's about the things that you are revealing to your mind over a period of time. So if you are consistently working out every day, your mind will start to believe I am fit. I am healthy. And you will start to see your body change. The reason why is because your mind is projecting an image outward. And that image changes depending on what you see. Let me break this down for you and let me prove it to you. You ever seen those movies or those videos where they can have somebody with mental health problems and they'll show them ink blot test? I'm going to show you what an ink blot test looks like. I'm going to show you what an ink blot test looks like. Okay. This is an ink blot test. An ink blot test is basically when, in order to understand how someone thinks or where their mind is at the time, you show them images and you ask them, what do you see? Because their perspective on what they see is going to show us how they think. Okay? And what that means is that a lot of y'all have mistaken opportunity as adversity because you hadn't became the person yet that has the perspective of changing every negative into a positive. Because the truth be told, every negative that there is meant to be changed into a positive. That's why the book The Alchemist is so successful. Because you are an alchemist. I apologize if I have a lisp, y'all. I have my Invisalign in. And this one is like hurting. So like I'm scared to bite down. My teeth hurt. You feel me? Yes, I'm a Scorpio. And that's why I understand transformation. You have to train yourself to become the type of person that sees things from a perspective of opportunity. Because if you don't see yourself as that person, when you get that ink block test in life, you're going to think everything is against you, when in reality, those things that came into your life was there for you to use and mold. You see, let me give you an example, and I really hope y'all get it. Like, only those that will get it will get it. I have a book, and it's called Adversity as an Opportunity, right? And I talk about how, when you ask for something in your life, you don't get the actual thing. You usually get an opportunity. You usually get something into your life, like something happens in your life, right? And for example, let's say, you're dating someone. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're dating someone and you're like, I want my love to be abundant and rich and amazing, right? And these are the things that you're praying for. But then you and your girl break up and you're like, I'm confused. I was just manifesting abundance in my love life. I was manifesting success. So why am I now single? You're single because the very thing that you're asking for requires that person that you're in a relationship with to leave, because the thing that you're asking for is not in that person. But if you're a person that is very victim mentality, you're going to say, oh my God, things don't work for me. Things don't. But you're not realizing that God is freeing you up for you to find the person. You get me? So now, another thing with life, you want to make more money in your life, right? Man, I want to live a life where I'm abundant, I'm doing what I love, but then you get fired. And now, instead of getting into a big depression, the person who has the perspective of opportunity is like, oh my God, I got fired. And I was just talking about, I want a job that is connected to my career, what I love. This has to be the time. This has to be the time that I'm about to be a success, because things are maneuvering out of my way. Things are leaving out of my life. And when things are leaving out of my life, that means that something new is coming to replace it, because blessings usually come in disguise and they usually come through the back door. But the person that thinks in a negative way will be like, man, I knew it was too good to be true. I can't even keep my life. I can't even keep my job. Thank you, Guapo, for the gift. Thank you, Leah, for the gift. Now that person is like, I can't even keep my job. This is not fair. And starts to go into victim mentality. And then guess what happens? They start to continue creating. So instead of that job being an opportunity for them to work on their career, they start to attract more and more negativity. And the thing about it is, like, your life is like a feedback loop. Your life is a feedback loop. Your life is a feedback loop. So what that means is that if you are continuously feeding yourself negativity like an algorithm, remember, this is a matrix. This is a matrix. This is a computer generated program that we are living in right now. And I want to make you aware that the more you are entertaining in your algorithm of life negativity, you will continue to receive negativity in your algorithm of life. I can't say, so thank you for the gift, Nichelle. Thank you for the gift, Bills, baby. Thank you for the gift, Leah. So what that means is, now if you want a new algorithm on your timeline, what do you start doing? You start selectively searching for the things that you want to see on your page. Yeah, if you haven't followed me on TikTok, make sure all y'all follow me. So I'm like, okay, I get it now. That's what I have to do. Whenever negativity comes out, I have to repel it, because I don't want more of that. I don't want more of that. What I need more positivity. So to bring more positivity in my life, I need to entertain more of that. Right? But the problem is that you have to be aware enough when the negativity comes into your life, because negativity will try to sneak up on you. Your friend call you to be like, hey, I just need some advice. There it go. I just need the vent. There it go. Hey girl, I'm sorry, I'm not really available right now, to vent. But maybe later today we can go work out, and maybe we could talk about it while we work out. You get what I'm saying? You have to learn how to redirect it when it starts going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I changed my number because of that. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to change your number. You got to change your environment. How do you start making music with no contacts and when you have stage fright? I didn't know that you need contacts to make music. I didn't know you needed contacts to make music. You see how you put an obstacle in your way without even realizing it? You see how we single-handedly put shit in our own way? You made yourself believe that you need contacts to be a success in music. You feel me? We put our own limiting beliefs in our own life. Listen, y'all, I want y'all to understand. I just started a new class. The class is called Seduction of Money. If you're ready to become a new version of you, you're ready to learn how to change your mind, how to reprogram it to be able to accept new money into your life. If you want to learn the things that I learned from millionaires that allowed me to create over 6 figures twice within my business. The class is $220.28. Now, what I want you to understand is that when I tell you, and this is a test right here, when I tell you that my class is $220.28, what is your initial reaction? I want to hear this. Because look, I'm about to challenge you right now. I'm not even on a call with you right now, but I want to know, what is your initial reaction when I tell you, yes, in order for you to grow and learn, the class is $220.28. Right? And I want y'all to understand, you see how today's the 22nd? Do y'all know that this class was made 11/22? And then when you think about it, right? Today's the 22nd and the price is $220.22. Somebody said, I can't afford it. Okay, let's break this down. And I'm going to show you why you need me as your coach. I'm going to show you why you need me as your coach. Let's break down your thought process because that's what I'm here to do. Whether or not you join my class or not, I'm going to break down your thought process. So here's what you told yourself. I can't afford it, right? But let me ask you, what's your dream car? Your dream car could be a Mercedes. Your dream car could be a G-Wagon, right? If somebody told you, hey, I have a plug and you can get the dream car that you want, it'll be all paid off. All you need to do is pay the taxes. The taxes is $220.28. Once you find that $220.28 to buy that car that you need, if all you had to do was pay the taxes on it? You feel me? If the goal that you wanted, all it required you to do was to pay $220, you would find a way. Now, what I am trying to teach you to understand is you may not have the money today, but you haven't even triggered the hustler within you for you to be like, I'm going to find it. Instead, you accepted that you don't have it. And besides my class, this is what y'all do with y'all goals. Fuck my class. Fuck the fact that I told you that my class is $200. This is what y'all do with y'all goals. If you don't see an opportunity right then and there for you to get it, you automatically close it off and say, I don't got it. So that goal that you want to achieve, you don't know exactly how you're going to get it. But just because you don't know how, you're going to say, well, I guess that means I can't get it. I can't afford my goal. You want to be a millionaire. You don't know how you're going to get that $1 million yet. But do you tell yourself you can't afford that goal? Do you tell yourself you can't? So now what we're trying to do is we're trying to shift your mind from being closed off. And we're trying to get you to become opportunity type of mentality. And I've noticed that people who are athletes tend to have this type of mentality because when you are an athlete, your coach can give you a play, right? But that play may not work. So when you are on the field, you have no choice but to try to make it happen yourself. You feel me? So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that some of y'all have just accepted no for an answer. And in life, in order to be successful, you can never take no for an answer because you're going to hear lots of no's. And that's what stops people who are successful versus who are not successful. They try to find it and make a way. You feel me? They try to find it and make a way. So again, my class, the seduction of money. And I'm going to break this down because the reason why I even called this class The Seduction of Money is because of the book Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to find the part where it talks about it, because in order to get money, you have to be able to seduce it. And that's why I called it The Seduction of Money. And the only way to seduce something is to become magnetizing to it. Magnetizing to it. You cannot seduce money by chasing it. When people want to bag you or cuff you, when they chase you, it's a turnoff. When people keep texting your phone and keep bothering you, hey, what you doing? Hey, I want to talk to you, because they thirsty for you, it is unattractive and it turns you off. But that person who gives you a little bit of energy and goes about their way makes you chase them. Why is that? Money is the same way. You have to seduce it. Let me find it. I want to talk about it. You got to seduce it. I'm going to find it online. Money must be wooed. Money must be wooed. And this is one of the lessons that I actually taught in This is one of the lessons that I taught in my Seduction of Money class. You have to woo money. You have to seduce money. Money is quiet. Money is silent. Wealth is silent. That means walking in a room and screaming, I'm a millionaire. It's not how you get it. Screaming to yourself, I'm a millionaire, is not how you get it. But embodying it, you don't have to say a word. Embodying it, you don't have to say a word. And that's why the class is called Seduction of Money. Let's also talk about the fact, let's break down seduction of money. I want to break down the number 528 because numerology also tells you. That's another thing. If you are born on the 8th, if you are born on the 17th, if you are born on the 26th, if you are born on the 28th, what I am talking about is specifically for you too. 528, okay? So we all know 528 is a frequency, right? What if I told you 528 was a frequency of love and it was also a frequency of abundance? Let me tell you why. Remember when I told you that in order for you to receive success, you have to have mind-heart coherence, right? Do you know heart coherence is connected to 528 hertz because 528 hertz is the heart chakra? Hold on, I'm breaking this shit down too much. I want y'all to understand. Do you see how deep teaching people about the energy of money can get? Do you see how deep teaching people about the money of energy can get? I just broke down a whole frequency. Anyways, let's continue to go. 528. 5 is the number of seduction. 28 is the number of wealth. This is why it's called seduction of money. This is why when you see millionaires and successful people, the first thing that they usually do is change their look. Why? Because in order to embody something, I have to get in character. I have to look like money. To attract anything, you have to look the role. You have to look the part. Why do you think when you are going to a job interview, you wear your clothes at a nice level? You wear nice clothes. Because you know, I need to look good, 5, in order to get wealth, 28. Now, if you look at the price of my class, I'm breaking it down, it's $220.28. 22, which is today. So if you're born on the 22nd, you're good at building things up. 22 is the number of building things up. 22 is also the number of water. Because if you look at the number if you look at the word water and you break it down, W is 5, A is 1, T is, what's T? 20, 2 or 11, E is 5, R is 9. When you reduce all of those and you add it up, it adds up to 22. So this is why I'm also telling you that you have to be like water also. But also think about how water is what they use to explain money. That's why they say liquidity, liquefy your assets. Streams of income. It gets deep. I'm trying to tell you, this is why. I'm not going to say too much because I'm giving away too much. But this is why I say join my seduction of money if you're trying to transform yourself, but you also want to transform your bank account. But the only way you could transform your bank account is through transformation of self. Okay? So we're not chasing money. We're making ourselves a house, an environment that money naturally wants to enter inside of. Period. How many of y'all know 25-year-olds that talk the way that I talk or have the wisdom that I know? I know what I know because I've had multiple conversations with many successful people who were making $400,000 a week, $1 million days. I had conversations with them and they were able to teach me everything that they know. Hold on, I think I posted a picture the other day of one of my mentors. I'm gonna show you. I posted a picture the other day with one of my mentors. This is Les Brown. Hold on, let me fix it. Let me put it down. This is Les Brown right there. That's Les Brown. I'm trying to fix it up a little bit. That's Les Brown right there on a yacht with Les Brown. You see, I got my phone in my hand because I'm taking notes. I've learned from the best. That's why I speak so well. That's why I asked him, I said, Les Brown, I said, did you ever talk to Michael Jackson? He said, no, I never talked to Michael Jackson, but I do know he told his kids to listen to him. I said, wow, Michael Jackson kids listen to you? I said, wow. And he sent me tapes to listen to. He said, listen to this tape every day and you will become a millionaire. I said, wow. So what I want you to understand is, somebody said, let's talk about one of his songs, Man in the Mirror. Look at you. You know how deeply spiritual that song is, Man in the Mirror? A lot of people don't know that before your life could ever change, you have to first change your own. Exactly. Thank you, Chase. You know what's up, Chase. Chase, I like you because you get it. And you know what's crazy? Michael Jackson understood manifestation. He wrote his own manifesto. Michael Jackson understood numerology. Michael Jackson was a pure-hearted person, and that's why he was so abundant, because he understood the only way I could ever become successful was to live from my heart. And that's the thing. Some of y'all are too busy chasing money instead of going after your purpose. And the purpose is the money. That's how you seduce success. You want to get the girl of your dreams. You want them girls to chase you. Become a success within your purpose and watch how every single girl you could ever want comes to you. Well, that's what I'm telling you. That is the seduction of money. And here's something that I want to say too. For everybody that has a business, know your price and stick to it. Know your price and stick to it. A lot of y'all start to deal with negative thoughts and you start to, maybe my price is too high. The fact that you think that is the reason why you're going to attract other people who think the same thing about you. What do I think about my price? I don't think my price is expensive at all. I chose my price based off of numerology, so I know it's in alignment with the energy. You start it back up. So, for the people that are serious and are ready to invest on this powerful day, 11/22, 11 plus 22 is 33. My class is $220.28. If you want to join, DM me. Do not DM me if you're not payment ready, period. Because my time is valuable. Don't waste it. If you want to join my Seduction of Money class, and I'm going to show you what it looks like too, because guess what? I have an app. I invested in my business. I have an app that you can study all of this with. Hold on. I built my own website. I built my own business. I'm about to show y'all right now. It's not even letting me log in. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. So this is the seduction of money. This is the seduction of money. You see that? Okay, let me break something down too. And this is something I'm gonna be able to help y'all with y'all own businesses. The reason why the branding of the seduction of money is in brown is because brown equals 8. That's why I say rituals of wealth seduction. Brown equals 8. You see, a lot of y'all don't know that companies, they change the color of their company based off of certain colors because certain colors equate to certain numbers. You feel me? So the color brown, if you wear brown on 8 days, or if you are an 8 life path, wear brown more. When you are launching your business, wear brown more. You see how everything is brown, 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 brown. Everything is coded for success. And these are the things that they don't teach you. You feel me? Even green. So green is powerful when it comes to the heart chakra. I would also say that another good color I would recommend to wear today, I would recommend wearing orange today. Orange. Orange. Orange is for influence. If you want to be sexier, wear red. Red is the root chakra. If you want to make more money, wear brown. What else would I say? Yeah, brown I would say is like the money color. Brown is the money color. Gray. So the word gray adds up to 28. Gray adds up to 28, but with an E, not an A. Gray also adds up to 28. Okay? Gray also adds up to 28. So I also recommend wearing gray. What are 8 days? The 8th, the 17th, the 26th, the 28th. Now, I learned from Les Brown, he always wore a blue tie. Blue is for trust. Blue is for trust, okay? Blue is also 4. So today's the 22nd. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus water adds up to 22. Water is blue. So that's everything that I do is very intentional. And I can teach you guys how to use this in your business. For example, what I would say too is that, you know, if you are looking to make more sales in your business, somebody said, bro, what is the point? If you're asking that question, this is not for you. The information is going over your head. This may not be for you. Anyway, every bank's logo. Yeah. You know, a lot of y'all don't recognize for example, let's look at the Olympics. Let's look at the Olympics logo. Okay. If you look at the Olympics logo, look at this 8 right here. Look at this 8. Look at this 8. Look at this 8. You see that? That's how they use it. That's how they use it. Look at this 8 right here. And then it's another 8 right here. And then it's another 8 right here. That's how you use it. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why I say my information is for people who are willing and ready to use that information. If this doesn't make sense to you, then that means that you're still a person that this information is being used on without your knowledge, without you knowing. Period. Somebody said, shouldn't you just go by your inner voice, the color that vibes with you? I definitely believe you should go with your inner voice, because if you go with your inner voice, a lot of times your inner voice will actually guide you to the same information that I'm telling you about. Your inner voice led you to this live, didn't it? Your inner voice led you to this information, didn't it? But the thing about it is that your inner voice could be leading you to things and you're still like, no, but God's going to show me. But God's going to, like, God is showing you. When are you going to put into action and use it? God could give you the idea. God could put it plain as day in your freaking face. But when are you actually going to make action? That's the difference between success and failure. Success does not wait. Y'all be waiting for 5, 6, 7 signs. How many signs you need? Today, let me tell y'all something. You know why Miami is so successful and is one of the richest cities? A lot of times the richest cities, if you notice, they're always by water. Maybe I should have kept that one to myself, but I'm telling you, this is something else that I teach about in the Seduction of Money. Being by water makes you more money because water is connected to money. The moon controls the tides. And the moon changes, it goes full phases every 28 days. 28 is the number of wealth. Moon, money, mother, money, moon, M-O, M-O, moon, money, mother, M-O. M plus O is 28. M is 13. O is 18. What's 13 plus 18, y'all? You see, sometimes I got to give a little bit more information to people that don't believe or don't see it. So think about it. Money is connected to 28. Moon is connected to 28. A woman has her cycle every 28 days, right? And the moon pulls on the water tides. Womb, right? Come on, water, money. That's why Miami. And did y'all know Miami is founded on the 28th? Dubai, surrounded by water. California, surrounded by water. How many times do I gotta tell you I know what the fuck I'm talking about? But only those that are willing to invest, to learn things that most people aren't willing to invest in, will get ahead. They will get ahead. So again, my class, Seduction of Money, is $220.28. 22, 28. 22 is water, 28 is money. 22 is building, 28 is wealth. Let's build your wealth. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My question is, who's ready to make a change? That's my question. Who's ready to make a change? Who's ready to make a change? Somebody said, buy your course, you're going to be rich. That's not how it works. You can buy all the courses you want. It's about you activating it and using it, because knowledge is not power unless you use it. So don't think that, oh, if I buy your course, I'm going to be rich. Not if you just have it there sitting. Not if you don't use it. Not if you don't apply it. And don't DM me to join my class if you're not payment ready, because I don't want to waste my time. And you don't want to waste your time. Okay? Exactly. What orange means again? Influence. Orange is influence. Wear orange when you want to be influential. Wear orange when you want big dick energy. Orange, orange, orange. That's what you all say. It's about the person because you don't want to take responsibility. Oh, I take responsibility for the people that actually listen. But you know what? I love the fact that you're here because you don't believe, yet you're here. So actually, some part of you do believe, and that's why you're here. You're just trying to convince yourself that it's not that easy because you don't want to blame yourself for the fact that you're not where you want to be. So you're trying to convince everybody else to feel that the way that you feel. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You cannot convince people who are now ready for a change to think the way that you think because they no longer want to be there anymore. These people here, they're tired of living the way that they live, so they're ready to create a change. But guess what? Creating a change is uncomfortable. LOL, LMAO, if the people listen to you and don't work, what then? They got nothing to do with me. They got nothing to do with me, bro. All I know is the people that will work, that will do the change, will succeed. All right? Do you discuss more about the meanings and colors and numerology in your course? No, that's not all that I explain. What I talk about mainly in that class is, number one, yes, understanding the numerology, but understanding how your birthday and your energy can make you more money. For example, my people that's born on the 21st, my people that's born on the 3rd, my people that's born on the 12th, you make the most money talking. So what that means is that if you don't know what you need to do, what you should be doing is podcasting, sales, talking to people, networking. You get what I'm saying? Also, something else that we talk about is understanding the mentality that you need to have to create more wealth in your life. So in order to create more wealth in your life, what you need to do is you have to recreate yourself. Please stop sending your birthdays. Look, somebody already said, don't send your birthday. Do not 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 send your birthday. Join the class. Join the class. Join the class. All right. Also, before I go, let me go ahead and y'all got to hear my new song before I go. But like I said, DM me if you want to join my class, The Seduction of Money. $220.28. Don't DM me if you don't have your money together, okay? All right. Let me play y'all my new song. Y'all peep, I dropped it today. Tell me what y'all think. Hey!
Can you try to be my peace then, mommy?
Y'all download this song.
And you're wet, listen on me. So
Let's go, let's go!
seja minha paz. Eu quero ouvir você falar meu nome.
Where my Miami baddies at?
Can you scream meu nome?
Let's go!
Seja minha paz. Eu quero te ouvir falar meu nome. Meu nome. So let's ride to the end of the night. To the end of the night. Just close your eyes and feel my light, feel my light. Baby, can you try to be my peace and mommy? And you wait, listen on me. So
Everybody that's here on TikTok, make sure you guys go ahead and click my TikTok account and you subscribe to me on YouTube, because that's where I post all my lives. All my lives are posted here, okay? So if you're on TikTok right now, make sure you guys go ahead and click on that YouTube logo on my page and make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, all right? I love you guys so much. Listen, man, we're going to create a change. We're going to become someone different. You just need to do the work and be consistent, all right? I love you guys, and later.